Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing another manga review. Now today's manga review is going to be over Hellsing Volume 1. This is written by Kota Hirano. This is published by Dark Horse, and they no longer sell this edition. If I remember correctly, this is out of print, and the only current edition that's available from the publisher is the deluxe edition. So you can get these secondhand or aftermarket, I guess. The genre here is like supernatural action. This is a seinen title, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure this is seinen, and it features elements of horror as well. It does have an anime adaptation. I have never watched it, and yeah. So the premise here is basically there's this vampire hunting organization who has an agent that is a vampire, and then a string of murders start to concern like the churches, like the Protestant church and the Catholic church, because it seems that there's more than meets the eye in this situation. The murders aren't like random, and that's kind of like the setup of this book, and that actually kind of happens at the end more so than at the beginning, because most of the book is spent actually just like with Alucard, the main character, just killing other vampires, and the story actually starts like near the end. So this is actually a 10-volume series. The deluxe editions are releasing in 3 volumes. I don't know how they're dividing it, but yeah. So the plot here is fair. There's not much of it, really. It's just like crazy action. You just keep moving forward through the book, and it's just different scenes of Alucard killing other vampires. And it's fun, it's enjoyable. It's actually a really quick read as well, because there's not that much text. So a lot of time you can just breeze through. So no worries there. It's enjoyable. Like I said, the plot line didn't really kick in until like this part of the book right there. The last third or fourth. The characters here are somewhat cool. Alucard is really the only one that matters. Is interesting because he's a vampire, but he's like the good guy, and you don't really know why. And he gets introduced at the beginning, but then there's like a secondary introduction for Alucard, and that one's a bit more interesting than the original, like, hey, I'm a vampire hunter that's a vampire. So yeah, then there's the second character. Her name is, or Sarah's Victoria, which to me meant you are Victoria, like in Spanish. So I was a little confused. It didn't feel like very cool, but I mean, it doesn't matter. And the third character that's important is Integra, who is like the person that's named Hellsing. Hellsing is the organization that hunts vampires. That is like the Protestant church's organization. There's a secondary one for the Vatican, which is like the secret organization. It's interesting, but I don't really get it yet. And then we have the antagonist, for Alucard at least, is Father Anderson, who is like a horrible person. He's like a priest, right? But he's also like mutated in some way. So he has vampire-like abilities without being a vampire. And he is very like us versus them. There's no compromise. You just gotta kill all of them. And I really didn't like his character, partially because he's like a really scummy guy, but also because the way it was written is really, really annoying to read. Like, half of the time it's like, okay, I can see how this is supposed to be this word in a weird accent, but other times it's like, I have no clue what you just tried to say. And it's really annoying. I would have liked it that if they like put like proper text somewhere in the back of the book, or just didn't go so heavy on the accent, but it's whatever, I guess. Hopefully they updated that in the deluxe editions. Not sure though. The world building here was very average. It was meh. There was not much of it. What there was kind of interesting, but we don't really get anything explained. So apparently Alucard is a special type of vampire, something called a Meridian, or Mirian, or Midian. I don't remember. But I think that's what they call vampires in this world. Like vampires is a street term, but Midian or Mirian or whatever is like the species term. And then he mentions stuff like Nosferatu and stuff, which is vampire lore, like in general. But it's not necessarily directly to him. But I don't know what a meridian is, or Midian. I don't know what the heck that word is, but I don't know what it is, and I don't understand if it's important to the story or if it's like general vampire lore that I'm just not aware of. If someone does know, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, that was basically the only bit of world building, I guess. It was alright. Could be better, could be worse. It was really average. The art was interesting. The proportions are really funky. Like, they have short torsos, really long legs, really long arms. And it makes everyone kind of look creepy, I guess, is kind of the right way to describe it. But it wasn't bad. And it's actually kind of nice sometimes. Like, really nice. But overall, it was an interesting art style that didn't detract at all. There's no fan service at all. Well, in the actual story, there's like one panty shot at the very back that has like a short story. If you're not into that, don't read that panel, I guess. It's like literally one scene and you can barely tell. But it is there just in case. And I would rate this a 3 out of 5 or a 6 out of 10. It was above average. It was interesting, but not interesting enough to blow my socks off, I guess. I will still get the next volume if I can find it cheap. Or if I can find the deluxe editions, like really reduced price, like less than 25 bucks. I might pick those up because I am interested in the rest of the story. But I'm not going to pay more than it cost, like, originally, just because it's rare or out of print. It's not really my style. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. I think it's a fun popcorn read, I guess you could call it. Like something you can just enjoy really quickly and like finish or turn your brain off for a little bit. And yeah, I don't really know any similar titles. Like, I guess Tokyo Ghoul is kind of similar because ghouls are basically vampires. Or Trigun, I think, is one of those series that gets really like connected with Hellsing. But I'm not really sure. I haven't read that or watched the anime or any of that. So yeah, interesting stuff, I guess. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about Hellsing, about the deluxe editions. Did I say anything incorrect? Did I say anything that was really stupid? Please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. And thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys later.